Join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I think we're going to take things a little bit out of order. We have a correction to the regular session minutes of 8/22. Therefore approved on the 29th relative to the duplication of a resolution number 13618 on two separate part issues. Do we have a motion to correct the minutes of 8/22?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Discussion? All in favor? Nope. Roll call.
Mr. Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Ubel,
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey,
Aye. And then we'll move on to the consent agenda. We're waiting on some folks to be able to receive proclamations that we're going to do here in just a minute.
We'll do the minutes of 8/29.
Oh, yes, thank you. We have minutes of 8/29 to approve as well. Do we have a motion to approve those?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the regular session from the 29th of August.
Second.
Mr. Ubel,
Yes.
Mr. Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey,
Aye. And we'll move on to the consent agenda. Is that the next item there? The consent agenda was mailed on Friday to all of us, and we had a chance to look it over. Are there any items that we wish to have pulled from the consent agenda for further discussion and consideration, or may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as mailed?
So moved to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second that motion.
Discussion, Paul Brosh's retirement is a part of the personnel actions, just to point that out. Judith?
Commissioner Humphrey, also,
Yes.
there was a correction on the assistant clerk. Last week we approved that, but the effective date was incorrect. So we've changed the effective date to 10/1/2018.
Okay, thank you. Judith, roll call.
Mr. Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Ubel,
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey,
Aye. Item 7 is the start of our 5. It's Resolution 139-18 to pay our bills in the amount of $1,143,617.15. Do we have a motion for item number 7?
I'll make a motion for item 7.
Second.
Mr. Ubel,
Yes.
Mr. Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey,
Aye. Item 8.
Morning, Craig Reisner, Clermont County Engineer's Office. Item number 8 is a recommendation of Patrick J. Munger, County Engineer, with the concurrence of Thomas J. Eigel, County Administrator, to execute record plat number 6293072 for the replat of a lot in Dunn's Ridge subdivision, replat of lot 13, and we're going to create a new lot number 14.
We have a motion to execute the record plat as contained in item 8.
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Discussion. Judith?
Mr. Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Ubel,
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey,
Aye. Item number 9.
Item 9 is a recommendation of Patrick J. Munger, County Engineer, with the concurrence of Thomas J. Eigel, County Administrator, to execute record plat number 6293073 and 6293074 for the replats of the following lots in Union Township. It's Mamie Klepper subdivision, replat lot number 21 and lot number 23, and these are to create permanent highway easements for a TID road project.
We have a motion to execute the 2 record plats as contained in item 9.
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Discussion.
Yeah. These two highway easements for Klepper Lane development, is that what those are for on
Correct.
the TID?
Any further discussion?
Was it?
Judith?
Mr. Painter?
Yes.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. Item 10,
Item 10 is a recommendation of Patrick J. Munger, County Engineer, with the concurrence of Thomas J. Agel, County Administrator, to ratify the execution of a contract for public improvement by and between the Board of County Commissioners, Clermont County, Ohio, and Howerton Construction, Felicity, Ohio, for a 2018 culvert replacement project in accordance with the scope of services identified in Exhibit A, attached thereto and made a part thereof, an amount not to exceed $49,916.15, with said services to complete within 90 days of the contractor's receipt of a signed contract and notice to proceed from the county engineer pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions set forth therein.
okay, do we have a motion to ratify the execution of the contract for minor public improvements as contained in item 10?
I'll make a motion for item 10.
Second.
Discussion?
Commissioner, that was, I signed that contract back in August, so this is just ratifying my signature.
Yep. Discussion? Judith?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Painter?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. Item 11,
Item 11 is a recommendation to execute a satisfaction of mortgage and authorize the recorder to release the mortgage of record as it relates to the property at 2848 Lindale Mount Holly Road in Amelia, Ohio. And this is for the Ohio Department of Development Neighborhood Stabilization Program.
okay, do we have a motion to execute the satisfaction of mortgage as contained in item 11?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Discussion? Judith?
Mr. Painter?
Yes.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. Item 12,
Go is a recommendation to execute satisfactions of mortgage and authorize the recorder to release the mortgages. And the properties are 6548 Marathon Edenton Road in Goshen and 216 South Broadway in Owensville. And this relates to the Clermont County Community Housing Improvement Program.
okay, do we have a motion to execute satisfaction of mortgages as contained in item 12?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Judith?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Painter?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. Item 13,
Item 13 is a recommendation to execute a satisfaction of mortgage and authorize the recorder to release the mortgage of record for property at 318 Center Street, New Richmond. And this relates to the Clermont County Community Housing Improvement Program.
okay, do we have a motion to execute the satisfaction of mortgage as contained in item 13?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Discussion? Judith?
Mr. Painter?
Yes.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. 14,
Morning. 14 is our one financial for this week that's non-consent, and this is a supplemental appropriation in the General Fund Board of Elections regular salaries of $9,944.59. This is for a retirement payout that happened earlier this year.
okay. We have a motion to approve the supplemental appropriation as contained in item 14.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Judith?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Painter?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. Item 15,
15 is a recommendation to acknowledge the filing of a petition for annexation of 5.993 acres of real estate identified as parcel identification number 172522CO35 from the unincorporated area of Miami Township, Clermont County, Ohio, to the city of Loveland, Clermont County, Ohio, filed in the office of the Board of County Commissioners on Thursday, August 30th, 2018 at 10:12 a.m. by Kara J. Sebastian for and on behalf of Stephen R. Hunt of Aronoff, Rosen and Hunt, Cincinnati, Ohio, the designated agent for the petitioners, the Children's Meeting House, located at 927 O'Bannonville Road, Loveland, Ohio, pursuant to Section 709.023 of the Ohio Revised Code. This is the expedited and third petition we received in the month of August, but this is the expedited version, which means if all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted, according to 709.023D, it'll be before the board later this month for disposition.
okay. We have a motion to acknowledge the filing of the petition for annexation as contained in item 15.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Judith?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Painter?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. Well, I think we need to do our
Proclamations?
proclamations.
Okay. We will do National Patriot Day first. And I understand we have someone here from the Veterans Administration. Thank you, sir. Good to have you.
Nice to be here.
Proclamation, National Patriot Day in Clermont County, Ohio. Whereas 17 years have passed since our country was brutally attacked on a quiet September morning. On that day, thousands of innocent lives were taken from us. The victims and the families who lost loved ones remain in the hearts and prayers of our nation. We also remember the courage of firefighters, police officers, emergency medical personnel, and scores of private citizens who showed the true meaning of heroism. And whereas the mission that began on September 11, 2001 continues, today we see the virtue of the September 11th heroes embodied in our military personnel. We are grateful to all the men and women and to their families for the sacrifice and their service. We honor those who have lost their lives defending our freedom. And whereas we mark this solemn anniversary, we call upon all of our citizens to express their patriotism and their gratitude for the blessings of liberty by flying the flag, supporting military families, and teaching young people about our country's founding principles. We honor the lives lost on September 11, 2001. Now therefore let it be proclaimed that the Clermont County Board of County Commissioners does hereby designate September 11th, 2018 as National Patriot Day in Clermont County. And we urge all citizens to observe National Patriot Day with appropriate ceremonies and activities, including remembrance services to display the flag at half-staff from their homes on that day, and to observe a moment of silence beginning at 8:46 a.m. to honor the innocent victims who lost their lives as the result of terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001. Signed by the Board of Clermont County Commissioners, Edwin H. Humphrey, President, David L. Painter, Vice President, and David H. Hubel, Member. Thanks to all those patriots that wear the uniform of the United States and those that responded on 9/11.
Thank you very much.
Want to say a few words?
Rather not.
That's fine. That's fine.
all right.
How about we take a picture?
Step in the
Sure,
picture.
no problem.
Didn't want to deny you the option.
Thank you very much.
And we have one more proclamation. Proclamation for Suicide Prevention Week here in Clermont County. Whereas in the United States, one person dies by suicide every 11.7 minutes, with 44,965 deaths by suicide in our county during 2016. And whereas in our country, suicide is the second leading cause of death for 14 to 24-year-olds, and is the 10th leading cause of death for people of all ages. And whereas each person's death by suicide immediately affects at least 147 other people, with over 6.6 million newly bereaved each year. And whereas suicide is preventable, and here in Clermont County, help is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week through the Clermont County Crisis Hotline at 528-SAVE. And whereas the stigma associated with mental illness and suicide works against suicide prevention by discouraging people at risk for suicide from seeking life-saving help, and further traumatizes survivors of suicide. And whereas the Clermont County Mental Health and Recovery Board is the lead agency for Clermont County Suicide Prevention Coalition, and the funder of the Clermont County Crisis Hotline continues its efforts to increase both awareness of the myths and the facts surrounding suicide, and the resources available to assist persons dealing with depression and other mental health problems in order to help prevent suicide. Now therefore, let it be proclaimed that the Clermont County Board of Commissioners do hereby designate September 9th through September 15th, 2018 as Suicide Prevention Week in Clermont County. and declare suicide prevention as a county-wide priority, urging all citizens to recognize suicide as a nation, a state, and a local public health concern. By collaborating in this endeavor, we can save lives because suicide prevention is everyone's business. Signed by the County Board of Commissioners, Clermont County, Ohio, this day. Edwin H. Humphrey, President, David L. Painter, Vice President, and David H. Jubal, Member. To all those who have been affected by suicide in Clermont County, our hearts and prayers go out to you. Thank you.
It is a big problem.
It is.
Okay, we have Ed on.
No,
No, sir.
Okay,
we have executive session.
we do have executive session. There's a need for executive session pursuant to 121-22 G1, G3, and G6 of the Ohio Revised Code to consider the appointment, employment, promotion, compensation of one or more public employees, to confer with the prosecuting attorney regarding pending or imminent litigation, and 3, the details relative to the security arrangements for the public body or a public office respectively. Do we have a motion to go into executive session under those 3 sections?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Judith?
Mr. Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Ubel,
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey,
Aye. We'll be back. We're back from executive session. No decisions were made. Do we have any add-ons?
We do, Mr. Grabowski.
Thank you. Good after, not quite, good morning still. This add-on is a recommendation from myself with the concurrence of Mr. Thomas J. Eigel, County Administrator, to approve and sign the juvenile court facility renovation and addition preliminary plans dated August 17, 2018, in accordance with Section 153.36 of the Ohio Revised Code.
We have a motion to concur with the approve and sign the juvenile court facilities renovation addition preliminary plan.
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Discussion? Roll call, Judith?
Mr. Painter,
Yes.
Mr. Ubel,
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey,
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there any addition?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We have Leanne Watson here with us. We previously did a proclamation for suicide prevention, and she's going to accept that. And then she has some things that she'd like to discuss with us.
Yes, thank you.
Dr. Watson, on behalf of the Board of Clermont County Commissioners, I'd like to present you this proclamation for Suicide Prevention Week. Here in Clermont County, we will observe that week September 9th through September 15th, 2018. Thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you very
bet.
much for your support.
If you'd like to say a few words.
Sure. Thank you. Hi, Leanne Watson from the Clermont County Mental Health and Recovery Board. Thank you, Commissioners, for your support this very important week. Suicide prevention is always an important topic and is a national health issue. Just real quickly, I wanted to give you some figures. In 2017, we had 25 suicides in our county, and 5 of those were teens. We had a time period where we were seeing a decrease in teen suicides, but they did increase in 17. So we are really working to get the message out about support that's in the community. Our crisis hotline, which is 528-SAVE, is available 24/7.
We have programs in the schools.
I'm sorry?
We have programs in the schools.
Yes, we do. We do. We have a lot of programming in the school that's actually paid for through levy funds. Thank you, Clermont County residents that pay for that. In 2018, we've so far had 20 suicides, and we have not had any teen deaths this year, so that is good news. On September 13th, we'll have our 17th annual suicide prevention candlelight vigil, and that is where you can come and honor and cherish the memory of lost ones, people we've lost to suicide, and it doesn't have to be just for this year. It can be anyone that's died at any time. So we welcome you to join us for that. It's at Veterans Park at 6:30 to 8 on September 13th. And
We light candles for each.
Yes, we light a candle to honor each person that we've lost to suicide. So it really is a very touching event, and I would highly suggest people to come. It's very healing as well. If I could just have one more minute
Sure.
to mention that September is also National Recovery Month, and what that is basically the theme for the month is join the voices of recovery, invest in health, home, purpose, and community. And it's really just an awareness raising month, and it just reminds us that recovery is possible, and that's from mental health disorders as well as substance use disorders. So you might be seeing some information going in the community about treatment and prevention activities related to mental health as well as substance use disorders.
Very good.
All right. Thank you
Thank you. If
Thank you,
you'd,
Leanne.
very
step
much.
in front here, we'll get a picture with all three of us and the proclamation.
You're the official photographer.
You're good.
He does it all.
You run clean around here.
All right.
Okay, everybody, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Oh, thank you all. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Thank you. See you.
So we don't have any additional items to
Yes,
come
sir.
before us?
Public participation.
I know, we're at the public participation portion of our meeting. Anyone in the audience that would like to participate? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Painter?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye. That concludes our business for today. Thanks for joining us, and God bless.